I want to hook up with my ex's friend, but I don't want my ex to find out if I miss.
There's a chance that they might find
I
out.
didn't understand that question.
Well, this is kind of like the right way to go about the pickup in that, because this is really a pickup type of question. How would you tactfully handle that? So, if you're familiar with my book, then I'm hoping the reason you're asking this question is because you've noticed that your ex's girlfriend is into you and was kind of sweet on you. And so you are trying to communicate in a way that lets her know that you're open to that now that you're no longer with the ex. And so the way I would handle is next time you see her or talk to her, give her your number. I mean, more than likely, if you were close to your ex and you knew her best friend real well, maybe you planned birthday parties or whatever, you may have already had each other's number. But um, you could just say, "Hey, a bunch of us are going downtown, or we're all going to have dinner." Because oftentimes, when those kind of situations, you might have a common group of friends and they may know each other. She may know their people, and invite her to come hang out with you guys. Hey, me and Bob and Susan and Erica and Jocelyn and Jade and Chunky. We're all going and we're having dinner this weekend, or we got a VIP table, or we're going to the yacht club, or we're playing a round of golf with like 12 people. It's like, come hang out with us. Bring some friends, whoever, and if she likes, because that's in a way you're, like just like a coworker. It's like, hey, we're a bunch of us are going downtown, or hey, we're gonna be having sushi at that new place downtown. If you and some of your friends want to come hang out with us, here's my number. Give me a call, or you guys are welcome to meet us. I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but come hang out with us if you're available. And if the girl likes you and she's really into you, and you give her an invitation, it's can kind of seem like, hey, it's just a friendly thing. And, because maybe, hey, if it doesn't work out with you and her, maybe you introduce her to one of your friends or whatever, especially if the ex is like, what, why'd you invite so and so? I was like, hey, a bunch of us were going out, and she knows a lot of people in the group, and they all thought she was cool, or one of the dudes was sweet on her, or whatever. But if she likes you, she'll find a way for her, either herself or herself and some of her girlfriends to come and meet you and hang out. And then, just like I talked in the book, she's going to get close. She's going to be playing with her hair. She's going to be touching your arm, standing extra close to where she's just physically bumping into you. And it's just, maybe you're at a barbecue or a pool party or a football party for, football watch party or something like that, or a sports watch party at somebody's house. And then it's like, when a girl likes you, she puts herself in your orbit. She gets close to the point where she's literally physically bumping into you, exposing her neck. All the things I talk about in the book. And if nobody's around, or maybe you're around the side of the house or whatever, or you're in the corner at a VIP table or waiting at the bathroom, and she's that close, you make moves, start making out. And then you can easily say, hey, why don't we get out of here and go back to my place? I got some wine, and maybe we'll throw a steak on the grill or something like that. And if she likes you and she's really into you, and maybe you dated this ex for a year or two, and she probably developed a crush on you, and you invite her to do that, she's like, sure.
I have a question though. So, how do you feel about him saying he's like, but if I miss, I don't want my ex to find out. So he doesn't want his ex to find out that he failed at picking up her friends.
Right.
Because I just explained that you do it in a way is like, hey, a bunch of us are going to hang out. Because, like, especially if you're hitting on a girl from the office and you think she likes you, but maybe you're not sure. She's giving you some signs of interest, but other times she almost seems like she doesn't give a shit. And so you phrase it in a way like, hey, we're all going to, Dicey O'Reilly's, which was an old Irish bar we used to go to.
I remember.
Why don't you guys come hang out with us? And if she likes you, she'll come hang out. Or if she doesn't like you, she may come and maybe you click with one of her girlfriends. It's like you do it in a group date. Because when you're in that group setting, again, if she likes you, she will move towards you to the point where she's literally physically bumping into you and touching you and wanting to talk to you. And when you see the signs are there of physical romantic interest, then the process of seduction is getting closer and closer to her until you ultimately end up inside of her. So for a seduction to happen, is that you want to do it kind of discreetly, but on the flip side, if she's not interested, then she'll kind of just treat you like anybody else that she knows, but she's not really touching you or getting close and not giving off any kind of signs that she's romantically interested. And then, hey, it's no harm, no foul. You gave her, it's just like going to the gym and working out. When a girl there likes you, they typically will come and put themselves in your orbit and sit in a machine across from you or near you so they can make it easy for you and then stare at you and make it easy to let you know that they're interested. And if they're interested, they get close to you. And if they're not, they'll keep their distance and kind of, you'll be able to tell. And then you haven't risked anything other than you just one of the cool guys from work or one of the cool guys that, you invited the ex come hang out. And if there's no interest in there, you'll be able to see it. If you know the book, you'll be able to tell there's nothing there. And then you didn't risk anything other than having a good time. And maybe she likes you and thinks you become a friend because she's not feeling anything for you, but maybe you end up dating one of her girlfriends.
So the ex is gonna find out either way.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
she's
will.
gonna end up
Just invite her to
finding
hang out. One of my buddy Bob thought she
So
was
the ex,
cute.
so we're gonna invite the ex and the girlfriend together, so they both know
It's
that.
not going to come though.
Yeah, but this is what he's trying to say. He doesn't
He
want
doesn't
the ex.
want the
He
ex
doesn't want
to-
the ex to
to
find
find
out
out.
that he
Either
likes
way,
the
it's gonna
girlfriend.
happen.
And it's going to start drama between the two girls.
Yes,
It's
that's
gonna
what
happen.
he's
And he's trying
say.
to avoid that because
Yeah.
he knows it's going to start
So
shit.
he's like, she's like, oh, your ex asked me out. So what the fuck? I
Well,
don't
like
him.
I said, what I just explained is not asking
Yeah.
her out. It's just inviting her to come hang out.
It's going to start
as a group.
issues.
Who cares?
But then, yeah,
He cares.
that's what. That's why
she's
he asked
gonna
the question
find
because
out.
he cares.
Because here's,
He doesn't
here's
want-
still
the
gonna
thing.
find
That's
out.
why I'm saying.
He's having like
He doesn't
seriously
want the ex to know just in case he wants to get back
But
with
he's
the
gonna
ex.
find. Here's
No.
the idea.
he's having moral like subconscious like I don't know, like he's having reservations because he
gonna
doesn't
find
want to
out
do
no
it
matter
because he
what.
knows
it's gonna
it's
find
morally
out
wrong.
they hung
Yeah.
out together.
Yeah.
He knows it's wrong. He
But
knows it's going to
the
hurt someone's
context
feelings.
Is important because if the ex confronts you and is like, why did you invite your friend? I was like, well, hey, she was part of the group and a bunch of us were going out. And one of my friends is like, hey, she's really
So you have a
cute, so I
backstory.
invited
So
her.
then he lies.
Maybe that's true though, and maybe your friend Bob really does like her and wants to date her,
It's a whole.
but he's a
See,
bitch.
now you're like making
and
up
she
a
doesn't like
whole-
him,
whole
and you can
backstory.
tell.
There's a whole
Well,
backstory.
these are all
It's still
scenarios.
gonna
These are all
go.
hypotheticals.
It's
but
still gonna go back to her.
It's
That's
going to
not
go
the
back to
story,
her,
so
and
you
it's going to
invite
start. It's going to start an issue between her and her friend.
Who? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're-
it does
you're
matter
creating the
because he
conditions.
cares.
You're creating the conditions to where if the ex's girlfriend likes you, she will let you know, and it won't fucking matter.
But what if that's
As
not the
much
case?
as these girls protest and I don't like this,
I'm telling you, that
it
there is a girl
won't
code.
matter. Interest cuts through everything.
I disagree.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you disagree.
I'd be mad.
I just think
This
the
is a
point
fact
is,
of life.
it's gonna go back to her one way or another.
It's gonna come back, and then she's either gonna be friends with the girl and say, or
Okay,
say
Jade, you're away from the kid.
Here.
Oh shit, sorry. She's either gonna say congratulations, or she's gonna say F you both. I'm moving on with someone else. Enjoy your life.
And then they live happily ever after.
Exactly.
What's the problem?
Or he finds his new girlfriend
Until he does it until he does it again.
The
With
key is to
somebody
make
else.
it easy for this friend of your ex to hang out with you and be part of your group. Because again, if she likes you, she will move close to you.
Because like you say, character
and if
is
she doesn't,
destiny.
she'll just hang out.
So if he's gonna do it to like one woman, he might do it again.
Okay.
Character is destiny.
So we got two possible outcomes. Outcome A is that
He doesn't.
she comes and hangs out, brings some of her girlfriends because they all kind of know each other. They're part of the same friend group at that point.
Option
So let me
one
finish.
is that he avoids this.
Shh, zip it. Zzz. So let me finish the scenario. So option A, she comes, brings her girlfriends, hangs out, and he's hanging out. He's like, "Hey, glad you guys came." They hug each other. This is Bob. This is Tom. This is Charisse. This is Jocelyn. This is Erica. And the bottom
not
line, if
going
she
there.
likes you, she will gravitate towards you and become near you. And if she doesn't, this is option A, where she doesn't like you, then she's just gonna have a good time, and then she'll go report back. Oh yeah, hey, I hung out with oh,
Do you
your
think
ex
she's
was
leaving
there, and
her friend's
Bob
side
and Tom,
to go
who
and
we
hang out
met,
with
they
you?
were there, and I brought these girls from work, and it was cool. And I'm actually going out with your ex's friend Bob from the office because he really liked me. I thought he was cute or whatever, and that's no big deal. No harm, no foul. He ends up potentially setting her up with
Do you know
some
how
other
girls
dude.
act when they're out in public? They do things in packs. They go to the bathroom in packs. They walk around bars in packs.
Jose
Yeah, that's
loyal
true.
though. It doesn't
They
matter.
go to the bar in a pack.
Doesn't matter. There's so much
They
cap.
they don't they are literal.
It's cap.
They
Chunky.
are lionesses
Cap.
on the prowl.
Pure cap.
I think it also depends on the friend too. I mean, it's just a matter of whether or not she actually has character too.
I should've
There's
worn my
no way
boots
she's
to work
sneaking away
today.
from the group
The
of friends.
No, but you'd
bullshit
be
is so
surprised there's
deep
people
in
that do
this
that.
room
And then
right
one
now.
girl's
A
gonna
good friend would
notice,
say
and
no.
one girl's gonna
How did we
notice.
get here, guys?
One girl's gonna notice
Get
that
here with this
that
question.
Mary,
I got option B to
that
share.
that Jane Doe, okay, Mary's gonna notice
This is-
that Jane Doe walked away and is talking to scumbag, Mr. Schmuck over there.
As much as Erica protests, her body language says otherwise.
It's not gonna happen.
I think you should just trust your friend. And if you're okay with it, if she wants to do it,
I
she
don't think
can.
you understand how like these girls in packs work.
So let me spell out
I
scenario
think that he-
B. We had scenario A where she wasn't interested. That is the least way to create the conditions where something could potentially happen if there is interest. And if there's not, you're totally innocent. You got plausible deniability. It's good. But if the girl's always liked you and you're hanging out and she comes over, she's going to put herself in your orbit. She's going to be near you. She's going to want to talk to you. She's going to laugh at your jokes and your stupid quips and stories and other things. And she's going to be bumping into you and touching you. And maybe you say, hey, why don't we get out of here and go back to my place and open a bottle of
Not in
wine?
front of her friend.
And, well, you've isolated her because 3% man, and now you two are in the corner and nobody's near you. And so now you're both going to excuse yourselves within maybe 5 or 10 minutes because hopefully she drove her own car. And
Or they Ubered.
Or she comes with you.
Or lifted.
And you leave to get, or Lyft, whatever. And she comes with you back to your place. You have a bottle of wine and you seduce her. And it's just between the two of you. You didn't tell anybody. She doesn't tell anybody. She doesn't want her friend to know. And then obviously at some point, if you guys stay together, eventually she'll find out. So either way, it's, hey, you're creating the conditions because women do the choosing where they will choose you. And at the end of the day, as much as Erica protested, Chunky, you can put the camera on Erica right now. Look at her. Her body language says, yep, Corey's totally right.